Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on the new Christmas movie that just came out, and me and my dad went and saw this movie together at Regal earlier today, and that's going to be on Violent Night. Yep, the new action comedy Christmas movie starring David Harbour and John Leguizamo, Violent Night. So in this movie, we follow Santa Claus, who's played by David Harbour, who plays Santa Claus, and of course in this movie, Santa Claus is basically played out as like an alcoholic, and then of course in this movie we also follow a family that's facing through a robbery heist that's happening at their house, and of course there's like a robbery heist going on at their house involving with the targeters that are targeting like the family, and of course the heist robbery is also led by Jimmy Martinez, who's basically like Mr. Scrooge, and he's played by John Leguizamo. And so throughout the movie, Santa Claus has to do whatever he can to save the family and hopefully put them safe from the robbers and the terrorists, and and then of course Santa Claus has to try and stop Jimmy Martinez from ruining Christmas, since Jimmy Martinez himself is he calls himself like Mr. Scrooge, who and he's also the one who hates Christmas, and he's trying to get rid of it, and he's trying to get rid of it permanently, and so throughout Violent Night, it's like Santa Claus is going through a fight sequences in some sort of John Wick style, since David Leitch is actually the producer of Violent Night. And so even there are a couple scenes in this movie where Santa Claus actually communicates with a little girl named Trudy through walkie-talkies, and and we get the little girl named Trudy. And so that's pretty much the story behind the story about Violent Night. So when I first saw the trailer to Violent Night, it seemed like it could be like a stupidly fun action-packed comedy Christmas movie. And then I was also very interested in checking this movie out. So the movie just came out today. And so, like I said, me and Dad went and saw this movie today at our local Regal movie theater I work at. There was also three of the managers that went and saw this movie too. They were both, all three of them were sitting in the back of us, like right behind us, and it's great to see them at Regal. And honestly, I gotta say, Violent Night was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed this movie. This movie was super awesome. It was enjoyable, and I gotta say, Violent Night it was also a good start to the holiday tradition, like the Christmas spirit, because you guys can see that I'm actually wearing like a Christmas light necklace that lights up, very festive, and I'm also wearing my Baltimore Ravens Santa hat. Yep, and of course my Toy Story 4 Forky sweater. Because I actually wore all this today at Social Group. Social Group was a lot of fun tonight. So anyway, about Violent Night, I gotta say the action sequences, like the fight sequences, I thought were really entertaining and a whole lot of fun. And even when David Harbour playing Santa Claus, like even when he's not on screen, I gotta say John Leguizamo's performance as the villain, Jimmy Martinez, like Mr. Scrooge, I gotta say John Leguizamo was actually really good in the film. He knocked it out of the park, and he's so threatening as the villain. And it's kind of interesting how John Leguizamo was actually in two movies that came out this year. One that actually came out last month, which is actually one of my all-time favorite movies of 2022, The Menu. I love John Leguizamo in The Menu, and here I gotta say John Leguizamo was also great in the film too. He knocked it out of the park. And I thought the little girl who played Trudy in the movie, I thought she did good. And even what also makes this movie very entertaining for a movie that's produced by David Leitch, I gotta say this movie even got pretty funny at some parts, and because this movie also felt more like a more violent and gory version of Home Alone. And yeah, because even Trudy actually brings up Home Alone at some parts in the movie where she said that Home Alone was very funny, and it's like they actually do reference the booby traps. Like they actually, like Trudy actually does reference the booby traps, and when she takes down the bad guys that were hunting down her and Santa Claus. Yeah. Yeah, because even the gory parts were gross, but while at the same time they were entertaining, like grossly entertaining. Yeah, the fight sequences, the gory moments, and the bloody stuff here and there. But yeah, because this movie's kind of like this movie's not only like Home Alone, but it also felt more like Die Hard as well. Where yeah, because I always count Die Hard as a Christmas movie no matter what, and that's what this movie feels like. This movie's kind of like Die Hard meets Home Alone, like Home Alone meets Die Hard. Yeah, it's kind of like because Die Hard is basically like about John McClane that's trying to save a building from terrorists, and that's what this movie's going for. This movie Violent Night's actually like Die Hard, where it's about Santa Claus that's trying to save a family from being targeted by terrorists of a robbery heist. And yeah, and I actually enjoyed most of the movie. And it's like how David Harbour David Harbour's performance was great. John Leguizamo was good in the movie, like I said, and yeah, and the movie also had a good Christmas soundtrack as well, and that's what I also liked about the movie. Yeah. Yeah, and plus, even since David Leitch didn't direct this film, I gotta say the way David Leitch produced this movie, I gotta say he did a good job producing this movie. And I think the director of the film named Tommy, like I don't even know how you pronounce his last name, Tommy something, but the Tommy director who directed the Violent Night, his direction was actually well directed. And yeah, because it's like I liked pretty much almost everything about this movie because I mean sure it's no modern Christmas classic or anything like that, but still this was still a very fun movie. So overall, Violent Night was a great movie, a great fun movie to watch on Christmas during the introduction of December this year. And I'm gonna give Violent Night 4 out of 5 stars. I recommend checking this movie out for yourself. And I also thought this was a good starting tradition to fit the holiday spirit. Yeah, because I have a holiday spirit, and I like and I love celebrating Christmas with my parents and my family. So yeah. So yeah, Violent Night, great movie. I recommend giving it a watch and a view, and if you have and I also recommend checking this movie out in the theaters as well. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for my movie review. That's gonna be it for my Christmas movie review on Violent Night. And so that's gonna be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it. Oh, and also, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.